orphaned, abused, and longing for love. Those are the children cared for by Ate Mheya, a caregiver at the House of Hope, a residential shelter in Antipolo, Rizal.
I've been working here for 3 years now. I'm a stay-in caregiver, working 6 days a week. I had a proud moment when I realized that indeed, I should be proud because what I'm doing is what a good mother would do. We stand by the children. We love them, and we will continue to love them as long as they are still under our care.
Ate Mheya is a journalism graduate. She immediately started working at a community-based newspaper. Later on, she tried being a preschool assistant teacher, where she discovered her calling.
That's where I fell in love with the work surrounded by children. I had a realization that this is the field I want to commit to. I was very joyful. I never missed a day. I kept going and going, truly in love with that work.
Unfortunately, she was among the thousands of Filipinos who lost their jobs due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite being devastated, Ate Mheya persevered and continued with her life.
I felt anxious. Suddenly my world fell silent. I was searching for the noise of the children.
Until an opportunity came her way.
Our neighbor mentioned that they were hiring, so I decided to give it a try. They hired me, and when I came here, it felt like a blessing. It might sound cheesy, but when my heart was feeling down, they were the ones who comforted me.
It seemed that her life regained color again after starting to work at the House of Hope. Ate Mheya wakes up every day at 6 in the morning to start her day.
What I do is I have a quiet time. I prepare myself before facing them. I really feel that this kind of work requires you to be mentally and physically prepared. My favorite part is when we eat together at the long table with them. It really feels like family. This is what we usually do. We have activities before they eat. We do coloring, baking cookies, and before we also plant mango seeds.
She said that her own family experience has greatly contributed, as she also took care of her nieces and nephews.
I also applied my experience as a middle child here. There should be no favoritism. At the age of 8, I was already taking care of my nieces and nephews. I treat the children here the same way like younger brothers and sisters. It's not difficult to build a relationship with them.
Despite the joy felt with the children, being a stay-in caregiver is not easy.
To be honest, every year, I attempt to write a resignation letter because it's really difficult. It takes time and there are boundaries you shouldn't cross with the children. You also have to respect their feelings and wait for them to feel comfortable with you.
Ate Mheya said she desires nothing else but to provide a family for the 22 children living in the House of Hope.
We also don't give false hope that someday you'll have a family, because we have children who are 11 years old and still not adopted. We see them feeling envious when they see other children with their new moms and dad. So we tell them that we're here, we're your family.
Because of her role as a mother in the shelter, Ate Mheya said she developed a greater appreciation for mothers.
It's only now that I realized that my mother seems like a broken record repeating the same things over and over again, but now I'm doing the same thing. Even if it's repetitive, each child has a different pace. They will grow in their own pace. Let's just wait and not get tired of teaching them.
Ate Mheya is the proof of the saying family isn't always about blood.
A family or a home isn't just about being with your relatives, your mother, or your father. Home or family is a place where you feel safe and you are loved. Even though we are not blood relatives, they're not related to us in any way, but now they're here. They are now safe.
Sometime around 2020, Ate Mheya decided to post about her life as a caregiver on TikTok.
Nakapunta ka na ba sa bahay ampunan? Hello TikTok, ako si Ate Mheya, isang empleyado sa bahay ampunan. Tara, pasok tayo sa House of Hope. Hello! Ito ang place namin. At ito ang mga laruan ng mga bata. At ito ang mga cute na bata. Oh, diba?
Because of her TikTok videos, many netizens became curious about her work and the children inside the orphanage.
When the numbers grew, people started visiting here, many started helping. It was very overwhelming because our stockroom was filled with diapers and milk. All thanks to the viewers who helped through TikTok. That's when I realized that there are actually many Filipinos who want to help in orphanages.
Ate Mheya's clarification on the stigma surrounding children in orphanages.
People always think they're pitiful. Most of the children in orphanages were rescued. It's actually more pitiful for a child to suffer from abuse by their own parents. For those who don't know what to do because you had a child, never make it your last option to abandon a child or end the child's life. You should seek help.
Ate Mheya promised, along with the other caregivers at the House of Hope, that they will take care of and nurture the children to the best of their ability.
I also want to thank you because even if you may feel sad about your situation, you may not realize that there are people who find inspiration in you because you continue to live and you have dreams despite your difficult past.